Do you think there should be a change in the calendar, the college football calendar, considering you're seeing in Oxford?
Yeah, I mean, when you're how long? That's well, you need like that. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even do a 60 minutes interview on that one right there. I mean, that's like an E360. That's 60-minute interview, right? Like all 60 minutes of that one. Listen, I'm going to put it this way. Yes, I think there is. Does anybody have the perfect solution? No, and here's why. There's 136 Division I teams. There's a lot of different conferences. Every one of those 136 teams operates on a different schedule. Okay. And, I know it's like, hey, let's look at a pro model. It's great. Let's look at an NFL pro model. But then let's go to every chancellor and every president and say, hey, every school, if you're a Division I school, classes start on this date, end on that date. That's a way to fix it, because then you can really set the calendar. But it's hard when some people are on quarter, some people are on trimester, some are on semester. Some semesters start January 5th, some start January 21st, some have mini-mesters. There's so many variables that you have to try to, what is the answer when everybody's working on a different calendar? It's hard to come up with the exact thing, right? And unless the schools want to come up, like, I look with Lane. I mean, that's a tough situation. Lane is put in right there, right? But I mean, every one of these coaches, I know as coaches say, hey, I'm going to stay. They're not. They're now committed to that new school. I've been there, done that. I've done it as an assistant coach. Okay. The second, John Summerall's, he's no longer the coach. I'm going to stay for the games. Sure. He's now the coach of Florida. I lived it. I was at Utah. First team to bust the BCS. We're going to play what would now be a college football playoff game. Urban Meyer wasn't there. Urban Meyer was in Florida for the first bunch of practice. He came back for the game and did coach again. I'm not bashing Urban. And I mean, we won the game and showed up. And we were one of the great teams, one of the best teams I've ever been involved with. But I mean, the first three practices, he wasn't even practice. I remember being there. It's like, hey, go run the practice thing. I'm like, holy cow. God, Whit's out there deciding whether to be the coach at Utah or BYU. And he's like, hey, go have practice. I'm like, with who? There's like me. There's like me and two GAs. And so he's like, yeah, go have practice. So I don't, but and here's what I'm getting to on that. You know what I mean? So like all these coaches, they're saying I'm staying. They're not. They're gone. They're mentally checked out, gone. Even as an assistant coach, I went back in 2008, called the national championship game for Florida. Yeah, I did some research here and there and got my notes ready. I came back and there was a game plan in place. And I said, here's my game plan. Here's your game plan. We'll merge them together. I'll help run the practices. I'll call the game. And they're like, okay, we have this meeting. I said, I did the meetings. I was exhausted, but I was with Coach Meyer. And I said, hey, from, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I'm the offensive coordinator at Florida, and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I'm the head coach of Mississippi State. So again, we only scored 24 points with Vito Oklahoma and won the national title, but I think it's hard. Now, and even if you do change it, so unless they go to an NFL model, all colleges, there's no coaches allowed to be hired until the season's over. Like you can't go hire, you can't go hire a coach from an NFL team until after they're done playing for the year. And that's the rules. Unless college football, they want to recreate the whole the rule book. I mean, you want the best idea, blow it up and start from scratch. Just don't, and you know what? It's a shame you're going to lose a lot of things that are great in college football, but you already have, oh, what about the tradition? Oh, what about this rivalry game? I don't know, Oregon, Rutgers, is that a big rivalry? Is that like a big game? You know what I mean? Like, that, I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but, it is what it is. Unless you want to just blow it all, like to try to fix it, it's really hard. You might want to try to blow it up, start from scratch, but then say, hey, here's the rules. Schools change your calendar. If you don't want to, then you're not going to bend to the ones that are hurt. Like you have the opportunity to change. This is the set deal. We're going to majority vote on it. Okay. Chancellors, why don't you change your school academic calendars? I don't think